Huzzah! Hello.
Hello.
I like to make an entrance.
Right?
How's it going,
wait.
Tyler?
Good, you?
Johnny?
The mascot.
One of many. He's a good mascot to have. So we're in June,
June.
which this episode will come out halfway through June.
That's fine.
Early June. And today, guys, I broke a nail.
Oh.
Today we're going to talk about our May reads. So a little reading wrap up, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say, mine is more of a slumpish month, so...
You had a slumpish May?
A little bit of a slumpish May.
A slumpish May.
Slumpish May.
Nothing wrong with slumpish May. Take the breaks you need to take. Okay, well, how many books did you read in May?
1, 2, 4, 6. 6 I finished, and then I was in the middle of 2 more, but I've actually finished those since then, so I'll just talk about those today as well. So 8.
That's a slump for you?
Yeah.
That's a lot for other people.
It's a slump for me.
I thought you were going to be like, 2.
Well, to be fair, a lot of these are our podcast books. Like, I would say, like, most of them.
Okay, fair enough. Valid.
So that's probably why I'm like, eek.
Fair, valid. Would you like to go through your entire list, or would you like to go back and forth?
Let's try back and forth and see how that
Sure.
goes.
I read 10. So I'll go
Nice.
first because then it's like a little bit... I don't know why I said it like that. I just feel like that works more patterny.
Yes?
Because like if I start and then you go second, you have less, so I finish.
Yes.
Something like that. I know how patterns work. It doesn't matter. So the first book that I read in June and finished, the first book I finished in June was Restaurant at the End of the Universe, which is the sequel to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah.
You really enjoyed the first one.
I loved the first one. I rated the Restaurant at the End of the Universe 4 stars. I think I rated the first book 5 stars. And Goodreads' overall average rating is like a 4.19.
Yeah.
But the book itself is very difficult to explain. But basically, if you know anything with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, this unlikely group of people end up on a kind of completely irrelevant adventure through the universe.
Yeah.
And there are only 2 human beings left in existence because the original Earth gets destroyed because of an intergalactic bypass. So the only 2 human beings left on Earth, Arthur Dent, and I actually forget her name, but she's played by Zooey Deschanel in the movie. They end up falling in love, though it's not like a prominent part of the books at all.
It's just kind of there, but
It's just
not a main
kind
thing.
of there, but it's like not part of the... It's just like a bit of it.
Yeah.
But what's very interesting is in this book specifically, they do end up at a restaurant at the end of the universe, and in this restaurant, they're in like a space bubble, so they can like watch the whole universe end without dying. It's very weird, but really fun, quirky, unique book if you like a really strange sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that. It started off with my most difficult to explain book. But I really liked it. 4 stars. And May was a good reading month for me. I have a lot of high stars, which I'm usually quite picky.
That's good.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm getting like soft in my old age.
In the tender age.
My tender age of 33. So that was mine. What was your first book or first finished book?
Well, the first finished book I had in the month of May was Our Time to Stir Up Love.
Oh my gosh. Was that in May?
Apparently I finished it in May. Like, it was like the very beginning.
I must have finished it in April.
Yeah.
It's not on mine. Okay, cool.
Because I think I finished it like a day or 2 before we recorded or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And so I was later finishing it.
Okay.
Because yeah, that would have been around the time of the wedding, wouldn't it have been?
Yes.
So I would have tried finishing it right before the wedding and then have it done.
Can you remind us what that book's about?
So this is where, for people that don't remember, this is the one where it's a Harmony Glen series, and it's actually book 9, and this is the book that we started off with in the series. Mm-hmm. And it's about Margade, who is like, was it water conservationist? off the top of my head.
Good memory.
And so she's trying to test like the wildlife in the water and everything like that, just to make sure that like that it's safe and like the community and like within the water is growing well and everything like that. But she, for some reason, doesn't have her boating license and needs someone to take her out on the boat within the area of Harmony Glen so that she is able to do the testing. And that's where Finbar.
Finbar, yeah.
Finbar comes in. There is another Finn in the book, and I get them confused all the time. But that's when Finbar comes in, and he is the half man, half horse, but the horse is on the top half, our little Glashton.
Yes.
And our little Glashton, and he does like the sports water fishing and all that kind of stuff. Like he has a business with the boat rentals and the water sports and stuff like that. So he ends up taking her out, and eventually they
ends up taking
her out, and they get together. But yeah, it was a fun read. I enjoyed that one, and because of that book, this is why we're doing the other books.
Yes, so this was the book that was like inspired us to read the entire Harmony Glen series, which I believe is at like 24 or 26 books right now.
They keep I swear every time I go on Instagram, it's like new release. I was like, oh my goodness, this number is going up so quickly.
Yeah, they all kind of, anyway, so I think there's like 24 or 26 books in the Harmony Glen series as of right now, and it's a very interesting series because the authors are from all over multiple countries. So there's American authors, UK author, Canadian authors, so it's very interesting, but they all happen in the same town of Harmony Glen.
Yeah.
So pretty much gonna have a love story for literally everyone in Harmony Glen.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to know about
my book?
Time with Stir of Love?
Well, I think most of what I feel about it was from like you would know in the book review episode. But this book was the book that I gave, I believe, a 3.75 when I read the book, because it was one of those books where I really did enjoy it, and yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Super valid. I'm gonna go in a less cute direction. I read Shadows So Cruel by Cassie Vincent. She's a local Canadian author as well. This book is kind of, I don't want to call it, it's like a dark romance. So the main character, the premise of the story is this main character, she is out at a party with a friend, and she's in college, and she wakes up after she doesn't know how much time, but in a dark room, and her clothes are on, but she has no memory of what happened. Meanwhile, there is another POV, which is the main character, and he has been obsessed with her since they were really, like, not really young, but like younger, and she has no clue that he is interested in her. He is a part of a secret society in the college. So throughout the novel, there are things that come out about specific people and characters, and there are these initiations that get you into the society, most of which revolve around drugging and taking advantage of classmates, and usually filming it. So it's pretty nefarious in that regard, and he becomes obsessed with her and protecting her. And as you get through the book, you realize like her mom is caught up in all of this and some other things, and they somehow kind of fall in love together. And it's a series. So I read it, and I rated it 5 stars at the time of reading it. And then Goodreads like average rating was a 4.3 or 4.03. I really enjoyed it. I think after like reviewing it, because I had it for another book club, I think, you know, sometimes you talk about things and then you like kind of reassess how you feel about them.
Yeah.
I really, really, really liked this book. I don't know if I liked it 5 star, like maybe 4.5. Only because I did feel like there were things I talked about that I was like, oh, this could have been better.
Yeah.
But it was a really good read, and I highly recommend it.
That's good. Because, I have the book upstairs, and I just need to read it.
And I think Shadows of Torment is book 2, and it's like coming out really soon.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she just did the cover reveal like a week or like
her covers are so good.
Yeah,
her covers are beautiful.
That's what drew me in to begin with, and then like we were talking to her, and then I was like, oh, you're actually really cool.
She is delightful and like so lovely inside and out. Like every time I talk with her, it's always a treat. It's always good.
It's always nice to have a little chat with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was my book that I finished, my second book. And again, high review rating for me. So I'm very pleased with how May treated me emotionally.
Yay, May.
Right? My birthday month for those who don't know. So good job, books.
Yay, books. Yeah. My second book was, again, our podcast book.
Was it Of Power and Pomegranate?
Yes.
That was my third book. So we'll just like talk about that one together. So I think that was like 2 episodes ago now.
Yes.
So if you guys go back like 2 episodes, we reviewed Of Power and Pomegranates, which was a Hades and Persephone quick retelling. It was like 84 pages. And I loved it.
Yes.
You loved it?
I love it. So I remember, so I know in the episode I gave it a harsh review, and then like after talking about it and then after hearing myself talk about it many times because I listened to our podcast, I'm like, bitch, you dumbass, you like the book.
You're so mean to yourself. You like the book.
So like honestly I would say 4 out of 5 for it, just because like almost, and if I look at my notes, all the notes were like lovely. So I don't know why.
Because you were trying to stick to your new chart, maybe?
Maybe, or I think I was being judgy because I am judgy when it comes to other material. Like whenever I watch a movie or a TV show and it was a book beforehand, I am bitchy about watching it.
Okay.
And I think I just need to let that go.
Fair enough. So, I like rating it before I talk about it and then seeing if I still feel the same way after talking about it.
Yeah.
But I rated that 4 stars and I loved that book. I was shocked by how much I enjoyed it. But I'll be interested to see how you feel about it after reading Neon Gods, because I have read tons of Hades and Persephone's retellings, but you really haven't. So I'm very interested to see how you feel about that.
I just started it today, actually.
I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I finished it today. I read A Grave Roast. And I rated it 5 stars, and it was 4.2 on Goodreads. A Grave Roast by A.N. Sage is a mystery book about a witch that owns a coffee shop. So it's kind of like a cozier book. She owns a coffee shop that she gets kind of on her own, but basically her mom kind of up and left for a dark coven.
Yeah.
So she's into dark magic, and her grandma passes away. And so with her inheritance, she decides to like invest in a coffee shop because she's not very good at being a witch. She kind of like every time she tries to like she just messes everything up. It like blows up. She like boils moon water by accident. Like all these kind of quirky things happen to her when she tries to use her magic. So she opens a coffee shop because she's very passionate about the Bean Man. Like she loves the coffee shop, and it's a space themed coffee shop called Bean Me Up.
Yeah.
Hilarious. So she owns a coffee shop, and throughout kind of working in there, a couple of quirky things happen. There's this raccoon that like always breaks in that she calls Harry Houdini. And then there's all different magical people that live in the town, but it's still kind of a secret because the town is like a tourist destination. Mm-hmm. And basically the book kind of starts when a warlock dies and is found in her, like by her dumpster in the back of her store.
Great.
And so the police show up, and then she's kind of a suspect. So she has to kind of she's trying to figure out what happened. And then there's some new guy moves to town and takes over the bookstore, so slightly suspicious, but he also wants to help her, and he used to be a lawyer. And so these kind of things kind of overconnect, and it's one of those small town mysteries where everybody's sort of connected.
Yeah.
And I don't read a lot of mysteries, and I enjoyed it. It was like a light mystery.
That's good.
But you are like, but who done it? And she has a ghost familiar. I forgot all about her. Sassy ghost familiar.
I love a good whodunit book.
Yeah, it was simple and like very easy to follow, nice read. I really enjoyed it. I was very happy with it.
Fun.
Yeah. What was your next book?
So,
is it Hiss and Tell?
No.
Okay. What are you laughing? Is it A Grave Roast?
Pretty Little Liars.
Oh! The first one?
Yeah.
That's great. That's what you wanted, like some cringy historical reads. Historical being, this was published when we were quite young, like teenagers, I think.
Yeah. Yes. I can't remember when, but like we were in high school when the TV show first came out. Yeah. Yeah, I believe we were in high school when the TV show first came out.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's fun. I will say this is one of those situations, just like the Vampire Diaries, where where the adaptation is better.
Yeah, that's good to know. I heard that Ashley Tisdale turned down the lead role in that show.
I heard she turned down like I saw that recently that she turned down Vampire Diaries and Pretty Little Liars to be in Hellcats, and Hellcats only lasted one season. And because there was a video about how she turned down both to be in Hellcats. That one only lasted one season, but between the other two TV shows that she turned down, 15 seasons worth of show. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
You win some, you lose some, I suppose.
Yeah. And that's just one of the, like, it happens.
So as a person who's never seen or read this, what is Pretty Little Liars about?
So basically, so these girls are in 7th grade when the book starts, and they have and it's a group of girls. So there's Hannah, Spencer, Emily, Aria, and then their friend Allison. And Allison is like the popular mean girl, and they're all kind of like cliquey in like a popular mean girl group. And so they have this so in the TV show, it's like an end of summer sleepover party, but this one is like a beginning of summer sleepover party. But from this like sleepover, the girls wake up and Allison is missing and they have no idea where she is. And it fast forwards to like 3 or 4 years later when they're in high school. And Allison is still missing.
Nobody ever found.
Nobody was ever found. And then so it just kind of talks about like all these different girls' lives and stuff like that. So in Arya's case, she ends up hooking up with a guy at a bar, and it turns out to be her high school teacher. And
Does she know that?
She didn't know that when she was hooking up with him, and then they saw each other in class, and he was like, "Oh shit." So, yeah.
Wow, does that happen in the show?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That happens in the show too. And so we have that. With Emily, she was dating a boy, but then finds out that she's gay. So so in this book, she has a crush on the new neighbor, Maya. So Emily and Allison were neighbors, but Allison's family moved away when she went missing. And then Maya moved in, and so Emily and Maya are having like secret feelings for each other, and like
it's mutual.
Yeah, very mutual. We learn more about, and then Spencer, she doesn't necessarily have too much going on in this book at the moment. They do bring up her past where she actually ends up like hooking up with. Oh wait, no, JK. It happens in this book too. So her older sister brings a boyfriend home, and her and the boyfriend end up kissing. Like Spencer kisses her sister's boyfriend. Yeah, and that happens in the show too. And then Aria, her family went away to Iceland for a little bit after Allison disappeared, and they just moved back. But right before Allison disappeared, Aria and Allison catch Aria's dad with one of his college students.
Oh my god, everybody's sleeping with everybody.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing about like Pretty Little Liars. They all have a whole bunch of secrets and stuff like that. And then they start getting these text messages and notes like directed at them, basically like threatening them with like all these secrets. And it's always signed off by this person named A. But they don't know who A is. But there is the spoiler at the end of the book is that they find Allison's body, and it turns out that she was buried in her backyard this entire time.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's wild.
Who killed her?
Nobody knows, and as of right now, nobody knows what happened.
God.
Like
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I can see how this became a show.
Yeah.
Very like dark Gossip Girl.
Yeah. This was very much a dark Gossip Girl kind of thing. But what I see in the show is that they made the group of girls more likable.
In the show?
In the show. In the books, they're definitely like high and mighty, full of themselves, and whereas in the show they make them a little bit more PG and being like, yeah, we don't smoke, we don't really drink, we don't swear or anything like that. In this book, they're saying fuck, they're smoking cigarettes on the back porch, they're
bad.
drinking and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, you made this for so that the parents didn't get mad at you.
Honestly.
Kind of thing. But it's I like it more than what I thought I would, but you can tell when it was written because of some of like the other slurs that they say that were very normalized back when we were in like grade in our high school days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we wouldn't be able to say this now.
Or we've learned
Yeah.
that this is not appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that we couldn't. We could. We've just learned. We're like, that would be kind of mean.
This was very normalized back then.
Yeah. Yeah. The things that we said.
Yeah.
In the playground. In my youth.
In the youth.
In my youth.
But yeah, no, that
sounds good. I might read that.
It's entertaining and it is teenage cringy for sure, but it's...
Maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah. The show is also teenage cringy, but it's a fun one.
I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
You never find out who kills her, eh?
As of where I'm at in the series, I don't know who did it.
Keep me posted. I'm so interested. Wow, what did you rate it?
So I did rate it a 3, just because like it's enjoyable, it's cringy, it's not something I'm taking overly serious kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough. 3, just as like how many letters are in May. My next one, I'm not going to actually talk about because we're going to talk about it later, but Hiss and Tell. So this is actually the first book in the Harmony Glen series. And we are actually going to be doing an episode about it next week. So you guys will hear about it then. The only thing I will say is I rated it very well. And I really enjoyed it. I guess I should say what it's about.
You can say what it's about if you want.
It's about a single mom who has like a 4 or 5-year-old son named Milo. And she is struggling to get her business off the ground while also single parenting because Milo's dad is very absent and constantly cancels and disappoints him. So they have like a safe space at the library. So Milo's favorite time is going to like these reading circles where this Gorgon is the librarian. And during one of these library circles, she has an outburst because her ex-husband cancels on them again, and she kind of swears very loudly and aggressively, like right in the middle of story time, and they get kicked out of the library on like a 2-month suspension. Yeah. And Milo is pretty devastated about it. So she's doing everything she can to get them back in, including fake dating the librarian.
Woohoo!
I would say that's a pretty good descriptor.
That's a good descriptor.
So yeah. So you guys can come check us out with that one for next week. But yeah, that was my 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was the 5th book I finished in May. So that, and then I read The Power of Habit after that. So that's a nonfiction book about how habit affects us, but not only us, like how marketing companies use your habits to sell you things.
That's fair.
And I was very interested. I rated it 5 stars, and the Goodreads is a 4.13. And it's just a really interesting read if you like nonfiction.
Yeah.
Just really interesting about how easily we're all manipulated.
So easily.
So easily.
I'm a marketer's dream, I swear.
I look at something and I'm like, I would like to buy that. Credit card. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Book problems.
Yeah.
For real.
Always.
Do you know it's Book Outlet's $7.99 sale?
I didn't know that.
Guys, I'm not even sponsored, but Book Outlet Canada is having a $7.99 fiction sale. So if you need any books, they're on sale.
Time to go shopping.
Mm-hmm. This includes their limited editions. It's fine. Everything's fine. Continue.
Everything is
What did you read? Everything is awesome.
The next book I finished in the month of May was Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin.
Oh, cool. I hated that book. I also read that in that month, Sea of Ruin. I gave it 3 stars. What did you rate it?
I also gave it 3 stars because I liked how it started off so good, but it fell flat.
That's where my 3 stars come from, is the first half of the book.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't feel like I could give it a lower rating because I genuinely enjoyed it for so long.
yeah. And then it just went like meh, 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 and just uncomfy. But yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us what it's about?
Yeah. So So this book is about actually a female pirate, which is what intrigued me about it in the first place and why I endorsed it when one of our other book club members actually brought it up.
Because we all bring a suggestion and then we vote, usually.
Yeah, generally. But I was looking at this before the book club, but I also was just like, yeah, I don't think I'll suggest anything this month. And then
You're really having feelings about suggesting books.
I'm really having a hard time with it because this happens.
It wasn't a 1 star.
It wasn't a 1 star. That's something. But yeah, so somebody else suggested a book club and I was like, hey, I actually was looking at that. I also would like to read it. And then we picked it and then I kind of regret it. But basically, it's about this female pirate named Bennett, and she is a pirate of a ship called the Jade that she inherited from her father. But also, she also has treasure off into the distance that I completely forgot about in the middle of the book because they just stopped talking about it.
So it's not that she has treasure, it's that her dad leaves her his compass and the key to unlocking a map to his treasure.
Yeah.
Which you think, Pirates of the Caribbean, gonna be interesting, not really important at all to the story.
No.
Which irritated me.
Like I said, I completely forgot about that whole aspect of the book until they all of a sudden brought it up again in the last quarter of the book. And I was like, oh, right.
And it's very anticlimactic.
Yeah. And then she is secretly married to a pirate named Priest, and they are actually separated at the time because he cheated on her but won't tell her who he cheated on her with. And so like she left him and we're like, yeah, leave that pirate guy.
Yep. I am really bad at forgiving people who cheat in fiction. I'm like, ugh, unforgivable.
Over it. But yeah. And so so that happens. He starts to try to reconnect with her and actually steals her compass for a little bit of time, and she's trying to get it back. She's trying to figure it out. But while this is happening, her ship gets overtaken by, can't remember who again.
English Navy.
By the English Navy, and so she has it so that her crewmen like pretend that they're getting rid of her and push her off the boat so that it looks like mutiny. And she's just kind of like, oh, these guys will just take me in, and then I'll
figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it
as
out.
My boat's okay.
Yeah, my ex-pirate husband will figure it out, basically. Yes. And then she gets taken in by Commodore Ashley, and I actually like him. I like him a lot.
I loved him.
Yeah, he was great. And at first it's...
What a poet.
Yeah. At first it's basically enemies, and then she tries to trick him, they fall in love, blah, blah, and more shit happens, and I don't care about the rest.
Basically, this book had potential.
Yeah.
And every time it had potential, it's like somebody went, oh, the potential is this way? I'll take this way.
Yeah. It had a lot of build-up not to go anywhere.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
So
it was my least liked book of May.
Yeah. And I just found it frustrating because again, like it just sounded so good and it started off so good and then it just...
And for someone else it might be great, but we needed more.
There was a lot of people I saw that loved it and I was just kind of like, yeah. Oh, it must be good. No.
Well, different choices in the world. I have a correction to make.
Which one?
I said Shadows So Cruel. Meant to say Shadows Within by Cassie Vincent. Shadows So Cruel is a different book. So Shadows Within I did rate 5 stars. Shadows So Cruel is the other one I read, which is the second book in the Feathers So Vicious series.
Aha.
Which is so good if you want a dark, romance, but depending on where your level of trigger warnings and filters are in the like 18 plus dark romance fantasy is, it will depend on if you like it.
Yeah.
Because if you're just starting into dark fantasy, I don't think you would like it. If you're really deep into dark fantasy, I think you'll find it annoying. So it's because our friend Steph is reading it and she's like frustrated with it and putting it down.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of in the middle ground still, and I haven't kind of oversaturated my brain with too much dark fantasy and dark romantasy.
Not yet.
So I loved it personally. I also loved the shifting in it. So there's shifters, but they shift into ravens.
Yeah.
So that's cool, and they have like an unkindness. So they don't just shift into one raven; they shift into 5. And there is an Anoa, which is the leader of the raven, like their one leader raven. And if that Anoa dies, they can never shift again. It's very cool. Anyway, so my bad, Cassie. So sorry. I totally swapped the titles on here.
You know what? Close. The titles are close.
Yeah, oopsie. Do you have any more? Or was that all 6?
No, I have more.
Okay, continue.
So I actually...
She's giggling again.
I read The King of Libertines, which is the prequel to
What?
Sea of Ruin.
When?
I listened to it on the last day of May.
Oh my god, is it better than the book?
Honestly, yes, and it's kind of frustrating because it's frustrating.
She's giggling. I don't... Tell me more.
So it's a novella.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize, but so basically this is the story of how Bennett and Priest fall in love. Is basically, that's what the story is.
Before he becomes a cheater face.
And the worst part is that at one point in the story, so a lot of the story is centered around like her compass and like trying to find like the treasure her father left for her and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And Priest was going to help her. Mm-hmm. And one of the things he had to do was sleep with somebody else. And at one point he goes to leave.
He had to sleep with somebody else?
To like get information or something like that.
Oh, got it. Okay.
It was one of those types of situations. And at one point he's gone and she's like, oh my goodness, he did it. But this is after they had already fallen in love and stuff like that. And she was like, he's going to do it. And she's like, I can't judge him and all this kind of stuff. But he comes back like beaten and broken. Basically like dry, like just like beating the crap out of him. And he's just like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sleep with somebody else and all this kind of stuff. And she was like,
and she was twisting the knife.
Yeah. And she was just kind of like, well, why are you beaten up so badly? She's like, they didn't like my other offer. And he was trying to like get the information a different way. And yeah, and it ends with them falling in love. And honestly, if you had read that first, you would have loved it. And then you would have just been heartbroken by reading the other book after. Because I was like, he says this now, but I just read the book where you cheated.
That's so devastating.
Yeah. But honestly, yeah, it's good.
Oh my god, you're over here giggling like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Like, is it like...
What did you rate it? Did you rate it?
So I don't have a rating on here for it, but I would say like...
You need to rate everything you read.
Yeah, I would say 3.5 for this one.
Okay, all right.
Like, it was more enjoyable. I would never... Like, this is not a full 4-star read or anything like that, but
you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Wow. I have 2 more.
Yeah.
I read This Book Made Me Think of You. If you have ever had someone you care about die, this book is fantastic. Did you ever watch P.S. I Love You?
Yes.
So this is like if P.S. I Love You was way better. Like, people were obsessed with P.S. I Love You, and I was like, meh.
People love the book.
I haven't read the book, so like, okay, I'll give that to them. It came out in a time when I wasn't really much of a reader.
Fair.
This Book Made Me Think of You is this main character. She is a publicist and she's a big reader. Mm-hmm. And her partner, she's English and he's American. And they meet in a bookstore in like a downpour. And basically, she tries to, like, she's talking to him about books, and he kind of confesses at the end, like, I'd really like to see you again, but like, I have to tell you, like, I don't read. Like, I just came in here to like get out of the rain. Anyway, they proceed to fall in love, they get married, and he gets cancer and dies.
Yeah.
And the book happens like 6 months after he died.
Yeah.
And basically, while he had cancer, he went to a bookstore and had 12 books that he specifically picked out for her to get over him and help her through her grief after he dies. So she gets a book every month, and you kind of like, it jumps forward some, like you get like in the beginning you kind of jump through, and then like some months drag out a little bit more depending, but it's really beautifully written and interesting, and just like, I've had a partner die, so
Yeah.
I was like, this book is phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. Like 5 stars. Goodreads is 4.34. I disagree with them. 5 stars. 5-star read. Blue cover with a little stack of books. This book made me think of you. So cute. Beautiful story.
That's lovely.
It is a really, really good book. And the librarian's the bookstore owner's a real cutie.
Oh.
His name's Alfie.
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 That's awesome. Love Alfie.
Yeah, big fan.
Gosh.
I have nothing left to say. You
That's
should go
good.
read it.
I'll take a look at it if I want to cry.
I had a lot of happy tears.
That's good.
A lot of happy tears.
Yeah.
It was so good. I'm gonna go reread it.
Legit?
Probably not this month, but at some point. Just want to feel good.
Reads it once a month for the rest of her life.
That's The Secret Garden. Continue.
So the next book I finished this is the last book I actually finished in the month of May, and it's Flawless, which is the second book in the Pretty Little Liars series.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to tell me more then.
Yes. So with this one, it follows the girls even more because the end of the book they find out that she's dead. Like
They find that out at the end of book 1.
that Allison is dead. Yeah.
How many books are in the series?
I didn't realize there's a shit ton. Like,
Okay.
I think there's like double digits.
Wow.
I don't think it started off that way. I think with the TV, I think they had a certain amount of books, and then once the show happened, more and more came out, kind of thing. But yeah. So this one, they have her a memorial service for her, and the cops are questioning them, trying to figure out like what happened to Allison, basically. And again, it's just like looking at the girls' different lives. So in this book, Arya's mom finds out that her dad cheated on her because A left a note for Arya's mom, and it said, like, basically said, hey, your husband cheated on you and your daughter knew.
Wow, A is here to like
ruin lives here.
Wow, but why? XOXO, A, what's going on?
Something happened. Like I said, because these like in these books, the girls were like more cliquey and meaner. They definitely were in on the bullying with Allison. So somebody that they wronged in the past is after them.
Good.
Welcome. But so that's one of them. Emily, I can't remember. I don't think it's this book that situation happened.
Okay.
In this book, I believe with Emily, it's that so Emily and her boyfriend have broken up, and her and Maya are like kissing at a popular guy's party, but they're like behind, like, for some reason this party has like a kissing photo booth. And
Sure.
Her ex-boyfriend opens up the curtain and catches them, and basically is just kind of like, hey, basically like, hey, you're like saying all these like mean things to her and stuff like that. It's like, well, this makes a lot of sense why like you're not happy with me and all this kind of stuff. But also at some point in the book tries to like be like, show me that you're not gay. By trying to force himself on her. But then somebody else. Yeah. It's one of those things. But then somebody actually catches it and beats the crap out of him, which is nice. Which is Toby, who is a big deal in the TV show, but not a big deal in the books that I found out very quickly. He's in this book, and they bring up something that happened in the past while Allison is still alive, and it's called the Jenna thing. So the Jenna thing is basically the girls are having a sleepover. They're getting ready to do whatever, but they think that Toby was like spying on them in the window.
Okay.
And so Allison gets like, I can't remember if it was, I think she thought it was a stink bomb, but it ended up being a firework. And like he was inside somewhere. And so she tosses it in thinking that Toby is in there, but it's a girl named Jenna who is Toby's stepsister. And she actually becomes blind from it. And so, like, that's a big secret that they all have. And because Allison has something on Toby, he actually says that it was him that did it, and the girls didn't get in trouble for it at all.
He says he blinds his stepsister?
Yeah. Because
Poor
Allison...
Toby.
Yeah, well, it turns out he's not that great of a person either, so...
Turns out none of them are, apparently.
Yeah, basically nobody is good in this story. And then Spencer is very studious and like wanting to go to like UPenn and all this kind of stuff. And she actually steals a previous essay that her sister wrote and just like basically slapped her name on it and sent it into her class. And then she was in the running for winning an award, which is like, but like it's like a big prestigious award where like you get your name in the paper and stuff like that, but she didn't write it. So she has that secret. Just all these girls have all these different things that are happening to them that are secrets. And it's just wild. It's just
sounds wild.
It just keeps continuing, and I don't know how they did double digits, and I don't know how wild it gets, but
wow.
Yeah.
Spinning a web of lies.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy.
Yeah. That one is another one where I just did like a 3-star. Like these like reads where it's like the TV shows are generally going to be 3 stars because I'm like, yeah, here we go. Mm-hmm. But they're quite entertaining, I will say.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I only have one left. So my last book is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine.
Oh, you talked about that book before.
For those of you that want to read this book, spoiler alert, because I need to talk about it. So, Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine is one of those books I almost DNF'd like 10% in. The premise of the book is that Eleanor kind of lives like a secluded life. She works in an office, she's an accountant, and she's like never missed a day of work, but her whole life is kind of exactly the same. Like she goes to work, she always goes to Techco or something. It's like a grocery store, I assume, like kind of like a Sobeys because it has like a food area.
Oh, okay.
But she's like obsessed with the store and gets all her food there, and then she drinks vodka on the weekends and just counts the hours till she goes back to work on Monday. So the whole story kind of and she has a Wednesday call with her mom. Mm-hmm. Every Wednesday her mom calls her from wherever she is, which you don't know where she is. And then this new IT guy starts, Ray or Raymond or something, and they kind of save a man's life, sort of. But basically this little old man like kind of collapses on the side of the road, and she is very the way that she thinks isn't really necessarily the way that other people think. So she's like, oh, he'll be fine. Like she's like, obviously he's a drunk or something. And Raymond, the IT guy, is like, well, no, we got to call the police. Like, he's like, Eleanor, hold his hand and tell him nice things. And so he's like on the ground, and she's like, you have a very nice sweater. Looks quite comfortable. Like, anyway, so Raymond takes him to the hospital. She goes home. But she's got all his groceries because she didn't want him to leave them behind. So then she's at home, and Raymond calls her to come like visit at the hospital, and she's like, well, he can't have this stuff at the hospital. Is it strange if I keep a stranger's cheese? What do men like? And like she's trying to bring him a gift at the hospital and doesn't know what to bring him, so she brings him like Tostitos or something. Like she's very odd. And so as the book progresses, the little old man kind of wakes up. He was in a coma, now he's not. And her and Raymond are there. And throughout all of this, she goes to a concert and she gets a really big, irrational crush on the singer and decides that if she just changes everything about herself, they'll fall in love. But she's like, she goes into like a department store and she's like, "Excuse me, madam, would you perchance have a moment of time to assist me in procuring a new attire?" Like, she and the women are like, "What?" Sure. And this kind of progresses and things start to change, and her and Raymond become really good friends, but she's constantly like making sure, like, she's trying to tell people they're not together. But every time she brings up relationships or people bring it up, she's talking about this musician, but it sounds like she's talking about Raymond, and he gets like all embarrassed and like coughs and like the old man's like, "Oh, like, what's your love life like?" And she's like, "Oh, well, you know, some day fate just falls upon you and the man of your dreams just walks into your life." And then Raymond's like, because they literally like just picked him up off the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And so she has no idea that she has no interest in Raymond. She kind of thinks he's ugly and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And as the book progresses, you find out that she's burned pretty severely down like half her body.
Damn.
And like her mom calls her and belittles her a lot and is like really unkind to her and like really mean and manipulative and tells her like all this stuff and like tells her she needs to trick this musician into being with her and all this stuff. Throughout all of this, Raymond and her become closer friends. Raymond kind of falls for this other girl, which like Eleanor is all good with. But it all comes to a head because she tries basically to kill herself. So she goes to the concert to meet the musician, and the musician is on stage, and she's in the crowd, and she realizes while she's in the crowd that she's been insane. This man has no idea who she is, and she also has no idea who he is. Like, he could be a piece of crap. He seems like actually kind of like a jerk, and she's so embarrassed by how out of control she got with this fantasy that she goes home and drinks like 5 bottles of vodka. Like, it's crazy. Like, she lies on the floor.
She's not all right.
No, she lies on the floor for like days, doesn't show up to work, nothing. And then eventually Raymond like comes banging on her door and finds her.
Yeah.
And like puts her on the couch and like gives her food and keeps checking on her and checking on her and checking on her and convinces her to go to therapy. And in therapy, she finds out that her mother set their house on fire with her and her baby sister inside. And her sister does not survive. And Eleanor was 10 and her sister was 4. And Eleanor gets pulled out of the house and runs back in, and that's how she gets the burns, because she ends up at her sister's door trying to break the door down to get her out of her crib. And her little sister dies. And I am like, not okay from this book. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, so her mother also doesn't survive the fire. So she has manifested these phone calls her into this entire time out of severe loneliness. She would rather have her mother tear her apart than be alone.
Yeah.
So throughout all of this, her and Ray stay friends. He knows about all this stuff. And they don't ever admit it, but you can tell they kind of catch feelings for each other. And the book kind of ends with her and him. He basically asks her out at the end of the book. And they have like a really big hug, and she feels comfort. Like, she realizes, like, as you read the book, it goes from her thinking he looks this specific way, and at the end of the book, you go through all of these phases of them together, and the way her perspective shifts so subtly is crazy.
Yeah.
And at the end of the book, he's like her safe space, and he physically hugs her before they're like going out together. And like, it's very obvious that they're going to date. They don't ever say it, but it's sweet. Anyway, this book fucked me up in the head.
That's wild.
It was crazy, and especially since like 10%, and I was like, this is stupid. No.
You are not prepared.
And I'm sorry to anyone out there that's like listened after I said spoiler alert, but I had to tell Tyler about this because like, it's not a book I don't think you'll ever really read, but
no.
I was like, this is nuts. This is crazy.
That's wild.
And she comes through it all in therapy. So you listen to like all the therapy prompts that like she gets flashed back to. So now she's in the memory. So she's talking like she's a child. And then she's in the fire and it's so hot. Mommy, it's so hot. Where are you, Mommy? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like reading this book and I'm like, I'm like panicking for her.
I'm
And I'm a mom. So I'm like, what mother?
Right?
What mother? Anyway, really good book. I rated it 4 stars. And that was my 10th book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. May was a high month. But I was really emotionally like, what is going on? This book destroyed my brain. Yeah. Damn. And Raymond was just a sheer delight. Beautiful young man. Old man. He's like 40. Medium man. Age man. Doesn't matter. The point is it's a wild ride.
It sounds it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's all 10 of the books I read.
Those are all the books that I finished in the month of May.
That was our May wrap-up, which we can do more wrap-ups. We'll probably get better at them.
Rippity rappity.
Rippity rappity. Christmas wrapping paper. I really need a jingle, y'all.
Someday.
Anyone want to write me a jingle? Let me know.
For free?
Yes, full free. I can give you Book Bazaar merchandise. Oh, fun little announcement for everybody. I ordered Plot Twisted Spicy stickers. Just so you know.
Yay, stickers!
I was like, order.
I knew that they were coming because you were showing me like what you were making and stuff like that, but...
Yeah, that they officially have been ordered. I was like, I want these. Click.
Oh my God.
So we're getting stickers.
Yay, stickers.
I'm going to hand them out to everybody. Because I got 200 of each design. It was the cheapest option.
You had to.
I had to. Kiss my rubber arm. Anyway, any final thoughts on your May wrap up or mine? Whatever.
I feel like this was a decent first time talking about a wrap up.
Yeah, I like hearing about the other things you're reading because I don't think I would ever pick up something like Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
I knew you were reading them, but now I'm very intrigued. Like, I'm like, tell me more.
What's happening?
Way better than our book club book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the next book club book is really good. I really liked it, but it's for next month or this month.
Yeah, no, I just started it today and I was hoping I'd be farther into it, but when I was doing my tires this morning.
Okay.
Went to Canadian Tire and like got my tires done, and there was this man that was just talking my ear off the whole time. I was like, guess I'm not listening to my book right now.
That was like I went to a dentist's office. My dad had a dentist appointment. I said, I'll go with you. I'll hang out in the dental office with my Kindle, whatever. And this little old man was there and he was like talking my ear off about how his wife has had like so many parts of her body replaced. She's only got like a third of a kidney left. Like,
oh yeah, no. I know this man's full story and I know what's going on with his car and everything.
Oh,
like I'm like,
you meet the darndest people.
I was like, oh, okay.
Wow. So on that note, let us know what your final books or reading wrap up was. You can check us out on Instagram at Plot Twisted Spicy. We'll probably do more of these and we'll fine tune. But I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
I like hearing about everything you're reading.
I felt good about it.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.